Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Beyond. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Moments away, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Denver Nuggets. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. Taking a look at Denver, they've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And checking out Phoenix, 3 spots below.
Well, right now for Phoenix, they're headed for the play-in tournament as it stands now. But they've got time to make a move. Maybe they can kick things into gear before the end of the season.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. Johnson is in the front court alongside Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Suns,
here we go.
They've got O'Neal. He's out there with Jalen Green. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard position. Stan, when you have these back-to-back games, it must force you to alter your approach a little.
Well, Kevin, you got to manage minutes more carefully to not burn guys out. But really, if you can get the first one, it takes a little pressure off the back end.
Good work there as it goes.
Look, we've come to expect this from Murray. He has a knack for hitting tough shots.
Pass to Green. Puts up a 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now Brown. Back to Murray. Jokic inside. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. A nice shot by Brown.
Love the response by Brown. You drain a 3 on his squad, and he's coming for revenge.
There's O'Neal with the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets, fresh from a win against Portland.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, and you know, coaches honestly wouldn't have as much to do if guys shot like that every night.
Now here's Booker. He's coming off a 25-point game against Toronto.
Well, he also did a good job of making plays for others. What a performance from him.
Here's Murray. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. On the wing, Gordon. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. Here's Johnson, and there's another one for the Nuggets. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Booker. Here's Gillespie. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Oh, nice feed by Booker, playing the inside-out game.
Pass to Gordon. Here's Jokic. Johnson finds Gordon. 5 to shoot. Now here's Murray. The 17-footer. The offensive rebound. Jokic. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Stan, you know, you think about the release point on Jokic's outside shot. It is tough to get to.
Yeah, Kevin, it certainly is. And the problem is if you start to come out of your stance to try to get to that shot, Jokic will just pull the ball down and beat you on the drive.
Now, Jokic, after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer. Now, here's Jokic, averaging 28 points a game, and it's not an easy feat for what this man does on the offensive end. Here's Gillespie, covered by Brown. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. For 3, Murray. Green with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Booker looking around. On the wing, Green. And again, it's the Suns missing. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Gordon with the screen for Johnson. And then Gordon with the dunk.
I like the activity of Gordon. Sets the pick, moves, gets the bucket. A high-energy play.
Here's Gillespie. He had 16 points in the win against Toronto. To the middle. Now Jokic. Murray outside. Back to Jokic. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Jokic. He's tightly guarded. The shot, no good. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Phoenix. He told me there's no real way to stop Nikola Jokic. He can score on anyone, and when you try to double him, he dissects you with his passing, which is arguably his most dangerous trait. Coach continued, you can pick your poison with Joker, but either way, you are getting poisoned. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you. Now here's Murray. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Count that one. Murray's got his second bucket tonight.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Jamal Murray. Putting up about 25 points per game, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Booker against Brown. On the wing, Booker, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now here's Murray. Johnson kicks to Murray. Pass to Gordon. Out left to the wing. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Confident stroke from Jokic. Shot ready on the catch.
And last season, Greg, Devin Booker became the Phoenix Suns' all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, he passed Hall of Famer Walter Davis to achieve that feat. And Booker is a guy that wants to be a Sun for life. So I expect him to break even more franchise records.
Now, here's Jokic. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
O'Neal passes to Gillespie. Now Booker takes a 3. A rebound by Johnson.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. Back to Johnson. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Releases. And Denver again with the bucket.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
It's stolen by Johnson. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
He was practically levitating over the floor. Aaron Gordon.
Johnson against Green. To the paint. Here's Iguodala. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. The Nuggets in second. The Suns fifth.
Yeah, both teams on fire right now, shooting lights out from long range and also great ball movement, I think, enabling them to create those terrific opportunities.
Now here's Brown. He had 13 points in the win against Portland. Watson kicks to Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Over Green. And Hardaway gets it to go. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Booker with it. Picked up by Brown. Allen's shot is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Watson, the pass to Brown. Count that one.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Now, here's Dunn. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Toronto.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Now Watson, after Jalen Green's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Najee, defended by Allen. Hardaway for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Yeah, look, when your best players can't stay on the floor, that's a problem. It puts your team in a really difficult position to win.
Now here's Booker. Shoots the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Booker's got 5 now.
When textbook mechanics make it look like it's going in every time. Booker, unreal.
And, Greg, you watch Jalen Green. So much upside potential.
Yeah, he could be streaky, but one of the most combustible scorers in the league. When he's on, he can take over single-handedly.
Here's Green. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. Booker outside. And the Suns another 3.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Brown outside. Here's Valanciunas. Still scoreless. Brown inside. Working on Booker.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Outside, Green. From past the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Pass to Watson. Green with the rebound. Watson dishes to Brown. Dunn with some nice D.
Aggressive move, but that was great D to prevent the easy bucket.
And here is Green. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And here's Booker from the arms. That shot off the mark. And so it's Denver enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Denver.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Peyton Watson. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Murray. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And Valanciunas puts it in. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
And Valanciunas takes up a lot of real estate, which helps him snag offensive rebounds.
Here's Coffey. He's covered by Brown. Nobody near Allen. Sinks the triple. Allen's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Watson. Outside Hardaway. Valanciunas in the high post. From the arc, it's Hardaway, that time on the assist from Valanciunas. Hardaway has got 10 points in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now, here's Goodwin. 14 points from him the last game against Toronto.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Brown. Rebound by the Suns.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
It's Allen on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. Pass to Malawach. The Suns need to get a shot off. Dunn misses. The Nuggets leading by 14. Here's Brown. Outside for Murray. To the inside. Goodwin with the steal. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, "Winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that." Back to you.
They're sure good with him in the lineup. Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Murray. Outside Hardaway. No good on the triple.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Coffey. Scoreless thus far. Can they get it? It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And, Coach, one thing that David Adelman stressed was getting this Nuggets team in much better shape.
Yeah, it seems like they wore down in the playoffs last season. So improved conditioning and more depth potentially could help them hold up better down the stretch.
Timeout, timeout.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top floor generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which
That includes guys like Steph, Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
You know what they came to see? Me, never on my level, even if we in the same league. Talking too much on the court, you a bit squeak. Don't make me cross over, watch your kick squeak. Last 2 minutes, I'ma drop 10. Are we down, I'm alone, yeah, I got them. Quick shot, big shot, shot threes in your face while your wrist locked. Last 2 minutes, I'ma drop 10. Are we down, I'm alone, yeah, I got them. Quick shot, big shot, shot threes in your face while your wrist locked. You know what they came to see? Me, never on my level, even if we in the same league. Talking too much on the court, you a bit squeak. Don't make me cross over, watch your kick squeak. Last 2 minutes, I'ma drop 10. Are we down?
Jokic has checked in for Denver. So a moment now to see the story for Jamal Murray.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Allen outside. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. O'Neal a screen on Hardaway. Phoenix no good that time either.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Murray the pass to Watson. Inside, here's Jokic. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Gillespie, the pass to Fleming. To stop the run. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Suns making a switch here. Iguodaro's checked in. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Christian Brown comes in for Hardaway.
One shot.
You know, GA, it seems like a lot of players welcome the opportunity to play in Phoenix. Talk about what makes this market to a player is so appealing.
I mean, the weather has a lot to do with it, right? Basketball is a winter sport, so for those snowbirds out there, Arizona's a great choice.
It's stolen by Johnson. On the wing, Murray. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Gillespie, the pass to O'Neal. Down low. Here's Iguodaro.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. To the middle. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Here's Gillespie. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Pass to Johnson. Now Brown. Tries to save it. Jokic passes to Watson. Over Booker. With the second effort on the wing, Johnson. On the wing, Murray. 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Iguodaro grabs the rebound. Suns trail by 20. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Fleming. Jokic defending.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Watson. Now Murray. Johnson for three. Booker pulls it in.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
On the wing, Booker. Here's Fleming. He's covered by Watson. The kick out to O'Neal. It's good from long range.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Pass to Brown. Back to Murray. Here is Watson. Now Brown. Murray against O'Neal. Watson the pass to Jokic. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. He gets that one. Jokic has got 12.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Green, he's checked in for Fleming. Denver also making some changes. Gordon comes in for Peyton Watson. And it's Brown in for Murray. Gordon against O'Neal. Booker outside.
Get the perimeter.
Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
Looking around the NBA, Devin Booker, GA, is as good as any two-guard out there.
Obviously, we know how Devin scores it, but what I love, he also can run your offense, and he gives good effort defensively.
Now, here's Green, following the miss by Jokic. Green, the pass to Gillespie. Booker outside. From deep. And you know who? Devin Booker.
Just on fire tonight. Devin Booker is feeling it, folks.
To the paint. One-on-one here. Here's Green. Unable to get that one. Johnson with the defensive effort. Inside, Jokic. It's hauled in by the Suns. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
Such an active shooter. Love how Booker gets defenders to try and be physical with him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
An elite offensive threat. Booker continues to try and find ways to improve his game.
Both free throws good from Booker.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Jokic inside. The kick out to Brown. The Nuggets with another miss. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Booker the pass to Gillespie. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Johnson outside. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Gordon finds Jokic. Johnson, a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Johnson's got 10 points in the game.
Well, Jokic is one of the best passers in NBA history for any position.
Booker with no one around, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Here's Brown, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
How about the elevation from Brown there? He really gets up quick to throw it down.
Gillespie, the pass to Green. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. O'Neal outside for 3. Booker, the rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires from deep. And again, Denver with the triple.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And so it's Denver riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hello, folks. A lot to catch up on around the league. Let's take a look at games that have already gone final. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. All right, fellas, time to discuss what we've seen so far from Nikola Jokic. What a first half he's put in.
You like how he's attacking on the interior, going after those high-quality looks. I mean, they tried to hassle him defensively, but to no avail.
Yeah, many of his points came in heavy traffic, something he better get used to. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Here's Green. We've got Devin Booker. Jalen Green is out there with Royce O'Neal. And it's Iguodala in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Suns trail by 17. Here's Gillespie. Booker outside. Whoa! Booker playing big inside.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Johnson, the pass to Brown. Now Murray. Gordon a screen. Shoots from the high post. Iguodala grabs the rebound. Iguodala's got rebound number 5 here tonight. A premier offense for the Nuggets, but defensively, Stan, there has been some slippage.
Well, they've had to make some tough financial decisions, letting some of their defensive-minded veterans depart in free agency over the years. They got to wonder who will step up, but it often takes young players a little longer at the defensive end.
Green kicks to Booker. Back to Green. Over Johnson. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Johnson can't get it to go.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot. Devin Booker's focused on hooping and leaving a legacy. He said, my thing is, and Kobe said it too, inspiring the youth is everything. A kid grows up and is like, man, I want to be Devin. I want to dress like him. I want to play like him. And that's what makes me wake up in the morning. Guys, back to you.
Truly a role model for that next generation. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. And here's Jokic. 14 points for him. Bucket is good. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
And he just makes it look so easy at times. Once Jokic gets going, there's almost no chance of slowing him down.
Brown against O'Neal. Brown with it. He has 5. Pass to Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th assist in this one. And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Greg, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. The Suns 5th.
Well, you have to praise their defense over the last month. They've been working as a team to put almost constant pressure on opposing offenses. Just terrific stuff.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Booker the pass to Green. No good again that time.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And the 3 ball is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Booker. O'Neal a screen on Brown. Here's Booker. The 15-footer. Good. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's that in-between distance for some guys. Booker showing how comfortable he is from the mid-range.
Jokic passes to Brown. And Jokic throws it down.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
Suns have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. O'Neal outside. On the wing, Booker, 6 to shoot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Booker finds his way to the line a lot because he's adept at putting pressure on the defense.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Nuggets now on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Murray outside. Launches it from deep. Rebound by the Suns. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Green. And Green slams it in.
Look at Green just taking off and throwing it down right in the face of the defense.
Murray kicks to Gordon. Jokic sets the screen for Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Missed for the first time this game. He's 5 for 6. Suns trail by 21. They set the screen. Here's Booker, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Hey, come to me.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Now Brown. The Nuggets moving the ball around. They get it back. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Yeah, Jokic, one of the league leaders in offensive rebounding throughout his career.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Here's Gillespie. He's got 5. Pass to Iguodaro. Now Green. Here's Gillespie. There's the triple. The three-pointer is right on target. Gillespie's got 8.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Now Brown. Pass to Gordon. Now here's Jokic. On the wing, Johnson. For the 3. Second chance effort. And Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Makes it off the glass.
Well, even though they're struggling, his solo efforts on offense have really been something.
Murray right side. Jokic high post. 22 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Jokic draws the double. Green with the rebound. Suns trail by 18. Pass to Iguodaro. Yes, that goes in.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Grayson Allen's checked in for Phoenix. Denver also making some changes. Watson, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Brown comes in for Johnson. Hardaway is subbed in for Christian Brown. The Nuggets leading by 15. Now here's Murray. He's got 9. Pass to Jokic. Hardaway with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Corner jumper right in Hardaway's wheelhouse.
Allen dishes to Green. Here's Gillespie. He's covered by Murray. Shot clock at 6. With some arc, Denver grabs the miss. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. They start a 3-game homestand with that game.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Gillespie, the pass to Green. They set the pick. With the crossover, and Green slams it in.
And what you just love about Green, a guard who works with or without the ball, can break you down in so many ways.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. In the corner, Hardaway with it. And again, Denver with the triple.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Here's Gillespie. He's got 8. Plays it up and banks it in. Gillespie's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 24 points for Jokic.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And it's Green missing.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And the shot goes down.
Yeah, that's tough to stop. Murray loves showing off that handle whenever he can.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge. And he remains a prolific shot creator. And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Jamal Murray. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. Number 5, the Nuggets.
Well, their offensive efficiency was really impressive during the last month. They're looking to carry that momentum into this one.
Jokic with a screen on Booker. Jones finds Watson. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Hardaway. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Coffey. Back to Booker. And here is Allen. Dunn left side. And the wing jumper offline.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Now, Jokic. No good there off the double clutch.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Nuggets. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Denver, Peyton Watson is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Murray. Then there's Bruce Brown. And it's Hardaway in at the 2. Suns trail by 21. Here's Coffey. Pass to Booker. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Right at the free throw line. It's hauled in by the Suns. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Brown outside. And Valanciunas kicks to Hardaway. The 3. The shot will not fall. Suns trail by 19. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Allen against Brown. Allen, a screen on Hardaway. Allen, that's good.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Here's Murray. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Booker. Over to the wing. And Peyton Watson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Suns making a change here. Iguodaro's checked in. And Denver also making a switch. Jokic is checked in. Here's Highsmith. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Iguodaro. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And so David Adelman calls the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. And coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
And Allie, thanks so much. Booker against Murray. To the inside. They need this one. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Pass to Booker. Booker taking the hit.
And you know, defenses try to get physical with Booker, and now he's used to that. He just plays through the contact.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. The kick out to Brown. No good from outside.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Allen. Pass to Highsmith. Booker outside to the left side wing. Here's Allen. Here's the three. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Murray looking around. Jokic kicks to Hardaway. Back to Jokic. Stolen away. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. Booker outside. And it's good. 2 points. Booker's got 16 here in the second half.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Murray against Booker. Pass to Jokic. Now Watson. Clock at 6. And again, Denver no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Booker. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Booker's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
And that one's good. Iguodala.
And when you thought this fourth quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
And here's Jokic. Inside is Jokic territory.
Jokic's performance has been off the charts tonight. He is having a huge impact on this game.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Misses the jumper.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Jokic. Brown outside. Off target with his three.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Coffee passes to Booker. Booker in stride. That's tipped. Jokic with it. Now guarded by Booker. Murray left side. Out to Hardaway. And Watson has it in the corner. For three, Murray. Allen with the rebound. And so Allen will bring it up now for Phoenix. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Hardaway against Booker. Back to Allen. The three. And it's Denver with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. There's the pick. Booker the pass to Highsmith. Now here's Allen. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Watson. Watson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Hardaway. Defended by Allen. Murray outside. Here's Jokic. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
Great look for Jokic. Listen, we know he can hit the outside shot, but going to Nikola inside is a winning play. Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive, but he can't do it all by himself.
Pass to Jokic. Brown outside. Can't hit that one. Suns trail by 13. Coffey passes to Allen. Here's Coffey. He's covered by Brown. From downtown. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Murray finds Brown. Now Jokic defended by Allen. Jokic inside. He's against Allen. Good. Nice job down low. Jokic has got 32 points in the game.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
They set the pick. It's Booker. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And so David Adelman calls the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. So both teams making some changes here. The Nuggets leading by 15.
Who's got your ball? Come on, man, take that. On the screen.
Outside Gordon. Johnson outside. Now Gordon. 4 on the shot clock. 3. Good.
Yeah, that's Murray unleashing that smooth outside jumper.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Jokic pulls it down.
Well, he was in attack mode, but it's hard to score with a man in your shirt.
Outside Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Brown fires. Misses the deep 3. Suns trail by 18. Now O'Neal. Oh, and he cannot get the layup.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Gordon with the screen for Brown. And here's Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Jokic has got 34.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nuggets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
That free throw, no good.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the number 2 overall pick in the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
He hits the second from the line.
Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that in this free throw when it's all said and done.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pickett, that's good.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Green deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Brown. Green, no luck. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Let's send it over to Allie LaForce. She's standing by with our player of the game.
Nikola, a great game for you tonight. Are nights like tonight even more enjoyable when you put up huge numbers individually?
I'm going to take a W, to be honest. I mean, that's what we all play for the wins, fans coming for the wins. And we came out and played really good basketball tonight, and hopefully we're going to continue.
Always such a team player. Back to you guys.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that about wraps it up. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Nikola.